Doma Sports Talk Worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, in the world of boxing right now, so much shenanigans and so many little childish things going on in the world of boxing right now. It's not really too much to talk about, right? To be honest, unless you turn into some kind of tabloid or gossip column or something like that. Um, There's a lot of stuff that's just outlandish. So I'm not going to touch on some of the stuff that's going on, right? But one thing that's going on is always present in the world of boxing is BTBG. Y'all know what time that is. I don't have to say it no more. Either if you come through or not, you should be able to figure that out. BTBG is what I consider boxing to be, and what it is. I think some people are not even afraid to say it. It is what it is. So listen, I was just watching the Terrence Crawford versus Canelo fight again. You know what I'm saying? I just went back and said, let me go and check this out. Watched a couple of series, and my series is over, so I got a little time. Checking out the NBA. And I said, let me go and watch this fight again. And it just irked me again that Terrence Crawford was booed coming out to the fight and booed to the fight, right? And this is what I'm trying to say to you guys, especially in New Russia. There is no scenario where the brother's not getting booed. There isn't any. And the only exception is if the fight is directly in the brother's backyard. And sometimes that don't help you. I always, the first one that comes to mind is Daniel Jacobs versus Gennady Golovkin. In his backyard, still getting booed. They're going for Gennady Golovkin. Now, you're on American soil, or AKA New Russian soil, and they can't seem to ever go for this brother. Now, this is a scenario where they should have. Like I always say, we normally should be going for David and not Goliath. In this case, Canelo Alvarez is not Goliath. Canelo Alvarez has been said that he's one of the greatest Mexican fighters of all time. 3 divisions higher than this little cat, right? But people were saying you're crazy and you're stupid for thinking that Terrence Crawford would have a chance against this big guy. Canelo was considered to be highly skilled, highly robust, right? Total ring IQ, awesome body attack, all those things. Great defense, right? This is what Canelo has to be the best Mexican of all time. You better have something. So, he had the advantages. Why can't the people say, let's cheer for this little guy right here? They couldn't. Not even that will make you go for, the little guy. Right? And that brings me to the other one that I always say. This is why I always say, Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is 50 pounds heavier than this guy. 50 pounds heavier than this guy. Been fighting way longer. Is more skilled in everything. Right? And they were going for Tyson Fury. Not even the little guy, damn, like, oh man, he's at all these disadvantages. Not even that. And that's the kind of hate that's going through it. Now, it's other little things on top of it. Right? Deontay Wilder, Terrence Crawford have never been doped. Even they're up against it, never been doped. We can't say the same for Canelo Alvarez or Tyson Fury, right? Amongst other things that they've been into. But just that alone, they've been caught cheating before. Tyson Fury, I don't even need to go to. That's a video for itself. Most people understand that. Canelo, okay, the clenbuterol and the beef from Mexico and stuff like that. Whatever. But we know these guys have cheated before. So, cheated before and have the advantages, and you still can't go for these brothers. So, those are the kind of things that you're up against. And here, the whole media, right? I don't give a damn, old, new, whatever it's going to be. Media, period. Right? The people that's in the media don't look like the people that's out there excelling in the sport. Let's get them numbers up. Right? Why we keep listening to people that ain't fighting at all? New Russia does not have one champion that's not black. Okay? So why are we listening to people that ain't black? and then complain about what they're talking about. You take their significance. You ain't significant because we see what you're capable of. You take their significance. You don't got time to be listening to you, right? If you just can't get past the color. This is a sport where these brothers are excelling. Hey, let's just go over here. We'll just watch some skiing in the Winter Olympics, and it'll be your world. But in this world, brothers are excelling. Period. They're Americans though. So get with the program. And if not, why are we listening to all these damn commentators and everything? Is white boys. We ain't got not one champion. Because Caliplant's not the champion right now. Not one. Not even one. So why do we say how much you know about the sport if you're not one that's doing it on a high level? We got to get Eastern Europeans just to get some white boys in the sport, right? And it wouldn't be like that, but it is. It is, unfortunately. We got to keep taking this stuff. There's no reason that this little bitty old Terrence Crawford and this little old bitty skinny old one-trick pony ass Deontay Wilder can't get cheered when they're going up against it, just because you can't look past color. Why am I mentioning it? Because it's supposed to be mentioned, damn it. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of things just stick out. I'm like, damn, man, I forgot that they booed the dude. Why? Why can't we just say, man, these some bad dudes, man? Especially Deontay Wilder, just learning the damn sport. Went up and got us a bronze medal, came from other sports. We got a storyline that's just ridiculous. That I told you supposed to be a movie. We can't go for them. So yeah, this video is just basically a BTBG alert, right? Terrence Crawford got booed against Canelo. Deontay Wilder got booed against Tyson Fury. And I ain't talking about all the other boos. We're just focusing on those boos because they shouldn't have been boos. And y'all know damn well I'm right. Doing sports talk worldwide. And I'm about to here, y'all.